Welcome back to another video on the Volvo sleeper build, proudly brought to you by eBay.
Caleb, kind of freaking me out, man. Oh.
What's going on right now? Dude, what is happening right now? Whoa, shit!
What? Am I in an intro?
Yep.
Oh my god, what?
I was in there for like 10 minutes.
Oh.
So in the last video with this car, we fixed issues from the last video and made this awesome wastegate setup. Now in today's video, we are going to fix issues from the last video and finish the intercooler piping. In the last video, we made a mount that mounted the intercooler off the radiator right about here. It's probably a little lower, probably more like, yeah, like right there. Now, I contacted a professional who's been building race cars longer than I've been alive, and he said for a drag car, it would probably work. But it seems like you guys weren't quite satisfied with it because it's not as good as it can be. And I don't want that to be the case for any of my builds, so we're gonna fix it. We're gonna move the intercooler to right here. So normally this is where the battery goes, and I wanted to keep the battery up here for simplicity's sake, and I wanted to make sure there was enough cargo room back there. Or at least that's what I told myself. Maybe I just didn't feel like going through the effort of moving the battery, and those were my excuses. Well, we're gonna put the intercooler here, away from the header, away from the radiator, and fix that. The saddest part about that is that this beautiful pie cut intake pipe that I made is gonna have to be cut up and fixed. That was such a waste of time, but I guess that's my fault. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and mount the radiator or the intercooler. Well, we're gonna have to put the, never mind. Working with mild steel after working with stainless, so nice.
So nice.
So the intercooler has now been moved and it's mounted and nice and beefy. I hope you guys appreciate the fact that I'm taking the time to fix the things you don't like. I didn't like it too, honestly. I mean, like the more I thought about it, that's why I fixed it. The more I thought about it, this setup will just be much better. But anyway, we are going to reuse this because we have to have the blow-off valve and I don't have another flange for that. We'll just kind of put that there and then build a tube from there to there. So I've changed my mind. As much as I want to save this beautiful piece, it's just gonna make the intercooler piping needlessly funky looking. And I think it will look much better if I just go back to normal piping and make it as short as possible. Goodbye to the pie cuts, and we gotta buy a new flange, but it's gonna be worth it, because it's gonna look better and it's gonna flow better. It's gonna fit perfectly.
Oh, what the hell?
Told you.
How much boost are you actually gonna be running?
8 pounds.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm realizing. Like I'm like, shit, I'm making 650 horsepower. I'm gonna need like 30 pounds of boost. And I'm like, oh wait, it's a V8. I think my plan is like 7 to 8 pounds of boost, and then do a cam and do meth injection, and then do like 10 pounds of boost. John just got a new car, and don't tell him this, even though he's watching this right now. This is like the first car he's gotten that I'm actually kind of jealous of. John got an Evo 8. I'm gonna drive it on his channel. It's gonna be the first time I've ever driven an Evo or anything with a 4G63. So if you want, you can check his channel out. But for now, let's get back to the Volvo. Well guys, that is the charge piping complete. Besides the blow off valve, sucks I had to move the intercooler, but this is a much better setup. So thank you guys for shitting on me until I did it. I was gonna say thank you guys for encouraging me to do it, because most people weren't too encouraging. But this is gonna work much better. We can fit bigger and more fans on there, more airflow, less heat around the intercooler. It's just better in every single way. I just have to relocate the battery. The only thing that's bad about it is that there will be less trunk space, but it's whatever. It's a wagon. I mean, how often am I really gonna sleep in it? So we went ahead and got the windshield wiper, washer, bottle, reservoir relocated. It used to be right where the turbo is, and now it's back here. Kind of close to the headers, but We'll heat wrap it, and if necessary, we can make like a little heat shield. No big deal. It's actually perfect up there. And remember, I want this thing to be a street car and nice and usable, so that's why we kept that instead of deleting it. Now this thing over here, this is gonna be the tank of water for the intercooler. It's actually an overflow for a radiator, but it's gonna work for this perfectly. We do still have to weld some bungs on it for like a 3/4 inch bungs, but we got it mounted, and then we also got the factory wiring harness mounted onto it. Super clean. Intercooler and all the piping is removed because I had to take it out to do that water tank, but the turbo kit's done. Pretty much 100% done. I mean, I'm gonna heat wrap it. We gotta make the downpipe and stuff like that, but all of the major fabrication in the engine bay is finished, which is awesome. Now we got some exciting stuff in the office here. A whole bunch of parts from eBay to get this Volvo finished. We've got brakes, we've got brake lines, we got a clutch pedal, we got master cylinders, we got cooling stuff, we got fans, we got electronic drive-by-wire stuff. We have the ECU and the entire harness. Everything we need, pretty much everything we need right here. OEM shift knob for the Volvo 240. Oh, that's the shift boot, but I also got an OEM shift knob. We got even more parts over here, stuff for the downpipe, and then in this box is a full fuel system from Dishworks, purchased off eBay. Also, look at this. I cleaned, I vacuumed the bench. It's flawless. Oh my goodness. What if I told you guys after winter we're getting a new shop? And what if I told you if we did get a new shop, it'd be so much better than this one? I don't think I've really fully realized that this car is weeks away from being finished and ready to drive, which is awesome. I'm so used to trying to make my cars look nice by removing the engine, painting the engine bay, painting the exterior, doing all sorts of that kind of stuff, that I'm like about to get it running, and once it's running, it's done. Besides getting it tuned and having fun with it, obviously. The goal is to get it done by the end of December, or at least running and driving by the end of December. Thank you guys so much for the support on these videos. I was in the middle of recording this outro, and then I picked up my phone and I totally forgot what I was talking about. Next video, we're gonna take apart the turbo kit, get it wrapped up, and then we are going to probably work on the clutch and the drivetrain. So we'll do the clutch, get the clutch hydraulics working, do the shifter, gotta make a custom shifter and get the shift boot and stuff in there. And yeah, if you guys wanna watch that video and help support the channel, please go check out Patreon. It really helps. Oh, I remember what I was saying. Thank you guys for the support on these videos. I'll be honest, they're not getting as many views as I would have hoped, but you guys are watching a lot of the build. So YouTube has a couple different analytics for us creators. One of them is views, one of them is watch time. So I can see how long you guys are watching these videos. And you guys watch most of the videos, which is awesome. I believe the channel's watch time is up like 50% than normal, which is a huge growth, so thank you. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. If you wanna watch the next video, yet again, you can click up there. If you wanna get some merch, you can also click up there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, goodbye.